Well, I believe that, like a good Sherlock Holmes tale, you kind of are wondering where it's all going to wind up, and you're pleasantly surprised when you find out. Again, you know, I think a lot of reading a great story happens in your head, and you're kind of developing the imagery. Obviously, we take care of that somewhat, but I think it's really got a good sense of fun. It's got a good heart to it. It's really kind of emotionally weighty. And I think it's probably the closest thing to a real Conan Doyle Holmes versus Moriarty story that's been depicted yet. So that makes me particularly proud. He's just kind of been doing a lot of research and snoopage. Of course, his dear fellow Watson has moved on with a real life of sorts, with Mary and all that. And I think Holmes has just done what he said he was going to do, that he reopened the case on Moriarty, and he's probably wondering if and how Adler, how Irene is going to be caught up in that web of deception. So I think he's really quite concerned. He takes it seriously, you know. I'd hand it to Arthur Conan Doyle in that he's referred to so often in this kind of, it's almost like he's given authority by the way others describe him and the after effects you see him have on other people. So it's very dramatically kind of fun, you know. You see all the people dropping like flies as a result of the fact that this force of nature has been in their midst. It's kind of, you know, the first supervillain in modern literature, and also must just be an incredibly fun role to play, because by the time you show up, everyone's kind of mortified at, like, what's it going to be like, you know? I like that he's not twirling a mustache, and he doesn't have endless monologues that give away everything that was cool about him by saying what his plan is. He never tells me he's going to kill me and then leave me there with a way to get out. And yet he is the basis for a lot of those evil villains that I grew up watching happily. I also think that what we were able to do was really make him Holmes's equal. So there's kind of three equals in this film, one of them being a bit more inert in Mycroft, and then Holmes being kind of told by everybody, and really at a certain point himself, that you can't beat this guy, so what are you going to do? And I think that we had to have someone who I could really go toe-to-toe with and enjoyed that challenge, and that was Jared. We thought it would be nice to have someone, a character, who could both be integral to the story, give us our female lead, and be really dynamic and kind of serve a bunch of different purposes. So in Sim, with our glorious Noomi Rapace, we have a character who's we see as a gypsy fortune teller, but she's actually quite a bit more like Noomi. And she essentially is the linchpin of unraveling this very, very complex case. And it is more or less Sim that gets Holmes and Watson touring and running and chasing abroad, thus France and such. We were kind of this interim space for her, a big movie, a strong, difficult character, very physical, very formidable, very emotional, very central to the story. And again, she's just a worker. She just rolls up her sleeves and goes, great, how can we make this better? And I was training with her in my Sifu early on, and she really likes to fight. So that was fun too.